Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is my Creative Fold card, and I am using the Party Pennant Biggies die. I know it's kind of hard to see the die on the video, but this is the card that I created, a beautiful sympathy card, and it was inspired by the card that is in the catalog. So let's get started. I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Remember, I have told you on previous videos my Big Shot is getting a little worn, so I do need to put a shim. Even though I'm using my Biggies die, I just find that it cuts better. I'm going to put that pennant die down, and I want to use this cut right here. I've taken a piece, I have a sheet of very vanilla cardstock. I've already scored that, and what I want to do is I want to put it right up, and again, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but right up against those cutting knives, but not, I guess I had my paper too high, but I want to put the fold just below the top cutting lines so that I get my creative fold. It's going to run that through the Big Shot. Well, if I turn it the right way, I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. Then I'm going to bring in, and as you can see, it did not cut up here. So now I've got my creative fold, and I also want the little pennant right there. So going to bring in a scrap piece of vanilla cardstock and place it on top of that pennant. And let's see if I have better luck turning my Big Shot the way it's supposed to this time. There we go. So I've got my two pennants, one as a card and one as an accent. Going to bring in my card base, and I'm going to be using the Love and Sympathy. I am using the Lost Lagoon as my accent color, but I'm using my Soft Sky for my flower. So just coloring on the back with my marker so that I get the two different colors, using Wild Wasabi for my green. But I wanted the flower to be a little bit softer than the actual cardstock. So I'm going to stamp that a couple of different times. Now I could, and I may, stamp twice before I color the third one. So I'm just going to color that full strength, and I'm going to add that flower right there. And then I'm going to blow or huff on my stamp to reactivate that ink. Going to give me a lighter shade of that flower, which is wonderful. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that verse that comes with that set, calling Sending Love and Sympathy. Going to go in with Crumb Cake and stamp that on the bottom of that smaller pennant. Going to use my dimensionals, and I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals up at the top so that that banner just kind of can flap and not be completely secured down. So very monochromatic. Going to then bring in my Lost Lagoon stitched ribbon. Going to add some snail to that and just put it up underneath my card. You could tie a bow or a square knot. Always a mask with a square knot. How do you tie a square knot? Left over right, right over left. So just your basic tying like you do with your shoes. Pull that out. trim that down. I have taken a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Lost Lagoon, have already run that through my polka dot folder. Going to add a lot of snail adhesive to this card because it is embossed. I want to make sure that it sticks, and I'm just going to lay that like so. So there you have a beautiful creative fold card. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.